Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Breslov Research Web Seminar, the week of Hoshana Rabbah and V'zois HaBracha. Right? This is a tremendous week. Hoshana Rabbah. Actually, the conclusion of whatever began on Rosh Hashanah is sealed in a seal on Hoshana Rabbah. The Zoya, the Arizal explain Yom Kippur is the chosem, the stamp, the seal of whatever began on Rosh Hashanah. Hoshana Rabbah is called a seal within a seal. In other words, it surrounds the seal of Yom Kippur. It surrounds the seal of Yom Kippur to make it a seal within a seal. So it's double sealed, double wrapped package. So what we have is the decree the judgment of Rosh Hashanah, which spills over into Yom Kippur and then spills over into Hoshana Rabbah. Okay? What's the difference? Why a seal, another seal? What do we need it for? As far as we're concerned, there's two very separate ideas about this month of Tishrei. Tishrei is a month of judgment. It's a month, Rosh Hashanah, you're on trial for your life. Yom Kippur, the judge is going to seal the edict, the decree. And then all of a sudden, we run into Sukkot. You ever see people's faces that right after Yom Kippur, Baruch Hashem, it's over, right? And they sigh of relief and they sigh of joy, and they begin to really relax, and they go into Sukkot with tremendous joy. What happened here? Briefly, the Arizal explains that there are 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. 10 days of din. These are called the days of judgment, the days of awe, the days of fear. You're on trial. All the time you're on trial. According to the Kabbalah, this refers to a certain level of decrees, of gevuros, of judgments that have to be removed from a high place and mitigated as they go down. But these are 10 types of judgment. Then, the Arizal explains, you have 10 days of joy, of chesed, of kindness, of loving kindness of Hashem, from the day after Yom Kippur until the 20th day of Tishrei. Another 10 days. These are not 10 days of judgment. These are 10 days of joy and happiness, of chesed, of kindness. So much so that the Arizal explains the 4 days between Yom Kippur and Sukkot are so great, there is nothing physical in this world that could imply or relate in some way or another to the kindness of Hashem that comes down on these 4 days. But then you have 6 more days during the holiday of Sukkot. You have from the first day of Sukkot till 20th of Tishrei, the day before Hoshana Rabbah, and that means there are 10 days of kindness. You just went through 10 days of awe, of judgment. Now you're going through 10 days of kindness, of happiness, of joy, right? The latter 6 days are represented by the Sukkah and the Lulav and Esrog, the mitzvahs that we can use to bring down the chasodim, the kindnesses of Hashem, into something physical in this world. So, what we have is 20 days of a process that Hashem is sending down His decrees and His loving kindness in order for us to survive the year. This comes to a culmination the night of the 20th at dusk on the 20th of Tishrei. That night is the 21st, is Hoshana Rabbah. The night of Hoshana Rabbah, which is a day of judgment too. But it's a day of judgment that's tempered with the loving kindness. And that's when Hashem reveals his ultimate love for Klal Yisrael. And that's Shmini Atzeres, as Rashi explains in Chumash. Shmini Atzeres is one day that is meant to show the closeness that Hashem has with the Jewish nation. So that Hoshana Rabbah, which is the seal of the seal, Hoshana Rabbah, which represents to us the sealing up of everything that began on Rosh Hashanah, is really a time that seals up all the different things and emotions and problems and joys that we will have during the year. They all come to a conclusion the night of Hoshana Rabbah. Therefore, it's a mitzvah on Hoshana Rabbah to stay up. Some can stay up the whole night. Others should stay up at least till about 1 o'clock, if possible, midnight, whatever the case might be, and say the whole book of Devarim, Deuteronomy, and also to recite the entire book of Tehillim. If you can't, probably Tehillim is the more important of the two. Probably. It's tefillah, it's requesting Hashem to help us out. So a person should say that the night of Hoshana Rabbah. And the idea behind it is that we're now trying to seal everything, showing Hashem that we're praying to him. We're still praying, despite everything that happened, despite all the suffering we went through. There have been moments of joy and times of joy, and that we really have to now take ourselves to have a good year, a good sealing. All this is seen in the night of Simchas Torah, when the reading of the Torah is V'zois HaBrocha. This is the blessing, right? This is the blessing that Moshe gave to the Jewish nation and whatnot. That's the way the life of the Jewish nation will end. Completely with blessing, completely with good health, with financial success. Everyone will have everything good. That's the way Sukkot, what began Rosh Hashanah, ends on the day of Simchas Torah, on the day of Shmini Atzeres Simchas Torah, which is a day when we complete the entire Torah, the entire reading of the Torah, so that we have in V'zois HaBrocha all the blessings that are due to Klal Yisrael. And I use the word due, because those blessings belong to us. We deserve them, because we have remained faithful to Hashem. We still call out to Hashem. We still said our prayers. We still turn to him, even in our darkest moments, when all the things have happened against us. You had a Holocaust. We have the Arabs going crazy and killing us. We had all the years beforehand when you had the pogroms in Eastern Europe. You had the French who burned the Torah and exiled the Jews. The English killed the Jews and exiled them. Germany, Italy, all over the world, this is something that's been taking place. And you know what? We still believe in God, right? Thousands of years, and we still believe in God. This means that we deserve the blessings that Moshe Rabbeinu spoke about. Just like last week was the song of Moshe warning us not to veer from the path. If we do, there could be trouble. So too, the blessings of Moshe Rabbeinu are due us, and Be'ezah Hashem, God willing, will merit to have it come to us this year, now at the beginning of the year, rather than waiting. Hashem, please have compassion upon your Jews. Please have compassion upon your nation. Show your love to us. Let us show our love to you, and we'll all have a great year with a Gmar Sima Tova and a very good year for us and for all of Israel and all of the Jews around the world. Amen v'yamen.